Hello, this is Stan once again, and we are in the Thanksgiving week, my favorite holiday, because it's about what we should all be about. St. Paul, the great entrepreneur, started most of his leadership letters with one of the most important things you can probably ever say to anybody. And if you're in leadership, you should probably learn how to say it. So can I share this Thanksgiving wisdom with you? He would say, hey, when I think about you, I give thanks. When I think about you, I'm thankful. Has anyone ever said that to you? Have you ever said it to anybody? Might be a good idea to think about. You know, what I'm thankful for is you. Thank you. In fact, I would really encourage you to do what oftentimes I say you should do, and that is, if you're seeing this on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, you should call up a number of clients and colleagues and friends and just call them up and simply say, hey, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I just wanted you to know that I'm thankful. I'm thankful for you. And then stop. Don't try and sell them. Don't try and pitch them. Don't try and get an appointment. Don't try and do any of that tricky stuff. Just simply say, when I think of you, I'm thankful. And tomorrow is Thanksgiving Day, so I just wanted to call you up and remind you of how thankful I am for you. So why don't you do that? I think you might find the results, as I have through the many years I've done this and taught this to people around the world. It can be rather remarkable. I'm also thankful that we are just about on the edge of the final moves from our Arizona to Carolina home. And of course, those of you who know anything about moving know that it's really a lot of work to move. You got to start and then to unmove to finally settle into your place. And we've just about gotten that done. And I think that is more the things I have to be thankful for. But I also want to tell you right now that one of the things that I've learned in this 2.5, 3 years of difficulty and COVID stuff and just a whole lot of other things that have come into my life as we are starting up new, and a lot of good things are happening, and I'm grateful for that, and we're grateful that we have the opportunity to teach many of you how to be a creator enterprisers. And then through the podcasting and publishing work of What It Takes Radio, we are going to teach many of you how to reach your audience and have far more success. We also know, and we're not thankful for this, but it's in God's plan and purposes or something like that. But obviously, things are not getting better in 2021. The leadership of our major governments, institutions, corporations are incompetent, and many of them are corrupt. And so if you're counting on somebody else, some other leadership in terms of the economic, corporate well-being, educational well-being, hey, those organizations are badly in need of reformation and transformation. And you can't do much about that except hopefully pray about it. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But I want you just to think about these things that I've learned. Walking, breathing, sleeping, speaking, and praying. Walking, breathing, sleeping, speaking, and praying. I want you to give close attention in the year that's before you to try to improve your personal habits in all 5 of those. One of the reasons we were attracted to the nice little apartment we have here in Carolina is we discovered that right next door there is a nice little lake, and it has a walking path of about 1.25 miles, and we're going to walk it at least 3 times or 5 times every week. We're going to walk. Now, unless you're a competitive athlete, walking is just as good for your well-being as running. It really is, maybe even better so, particularly as we get older and the bones and muscles may not be quite as strong. Walk. Learn how to walk tall. Stand up straight and walk tall. Pick up the pace. Successful people know how to do that, so give attention to walking. I've also discovered breathing. Now, it turns out that not only was the case with our apartment, but at this age and stage, the one we want is on the 3rd floor and there's no elevator. So we have to walk up about 35 steps every day and walk down 35 steps every day. And that's only if we do it once. If we have to make, as we have had several trips up and down in the last few days. You know what? I'm breathing better. And giving attention to breathing. Particularly when you're stressed, there's a good deal of information, probably more than you will ever be able to go through, about how to breathe better. Do so. Find out more about breathing better. You can do that. Sleeping. Most people don't get enough sleep. And I've discovered, as one mentor told me, and he wasn't a mentor in many things in life, but he had turned a number of things around. His life had gotten a lot better, and his secret of success, he said, was this. He said, finally, I got 8 hours of sleep. I get 8 hours of sleep every night. I have to do that. And if I don't do that, I'm going to be in trouble. And he said, my life has changed because I now get more sleep. Get the help you need to sleep better. Find out what it is that will help you sleep better. And then do that. I'm also going to encourage you to take some time to really learn the art, and will teach you, of speaking. Not just writing, not just texting, but speaking. Learn how to use this microphone. Learn how to use the modern media of just what I'm doing, the video medium and the podcast medium. Learn how to perform as a speaker. Give attention to that. Not necessarily on how to give a speech, but how to speak up, how to talk, how to live in such a way that things happen, because this is the age of the ear. And you're going to have to learn not only to be a story writer, but a storyteller. You're going to have to learn how to speak up and walk tall. So here we go. Here we had it. Walking. That's right. Breathing. Sleeping. Speaking. And the final ing is the most important. It's time to learn about praying. Very simply, without prayer, nothing works. Now, praying is a lot more than what you think about, that what someone does when they kind of cry out for help. Praying is one of the most ultimate and most important pieces of gift you can have in understanding the world and in communicating with others. Literally, I've learned that the most important thing you can learn to do is how to pray. Pray. Praying for one another, praying for your friends, praying for just simply the wisdom that happens to you when you don't speak in your prayers, but most of your praying is just listening and paying attention. So there I am for Tuesday, Wednesday, before Thanksgiving. I wanted to share this with you, but I also wanted to remind you right there, right now, those 5 things you can do something about. Most of the troubles we're going to have, you can't do anything about them. But think about it. Okay? Walking. Breathing. Okay? Sleeping. Speaking. And praying. As I often say, just let that sit on your head for a while. Maybe kind of stir your mind. maybe kind of move your spirit, and I hopefully will touch your heart. I'm Stan Houston for On the Edge, the Creator Enterprise Project, and What It Takes Radio. And we wish you all the best and blessings in this holiday season. 2021 has not been a good year, but it could end well, and I hope it will end even better